Hello, welcome back to the journey of a legacy builder, everybody. Today, I'm super excited to share the life and journey of a real hustlers. Who are those real hustlers? Real hustlers are those who have decided to keep their steps forward to live the dreams, but also to leave a legacy for their own future. So today, we have a powerful couple in front of us who have been in the business in financial services over 3 years. They're building a business not only in the BC, but also in multiple locations and multiple provinces across the North America. So without further ado, please help me welcome a powerful couple, a real hustler, Subrat and Shree. Welcome.
Thank you, Bappa.
Great.
Thank you, Bappa, for having us. Appreciate that.
That's great. Welcome. First of all, thank you for taking your valuable time to come over here. I know you guys are busy, right? So before I move forward, Subrat and Shree, I would like to ask you questions. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about your background and what are your upbringings?
Absolutely, Bappa. Basically, I come from a very humble beginning and humble background. My dad was a retired civil engineer, and my mom is a stay-home mom, and I had two siblings, and both siblings are basically, we are here in Canada. But growing up, after my college, and so I decided to pursue my career in hotel and hospitality industry, event planning, because that's what I used to love, and meeting people, meeting different people from all eras of life and so on. But by doing that, I realized I need to do something different, and I need to explore something, maybe going to a new country, or going and meeting new people, learning new language or culture or diversity and so on. So I moved to United States in 2009 after my hotel career. And I was doing my internship there, and after a 1-year internship, I moved to Canada, which was in 2010, and I started working in the same industry again for about 6-7 years. But working in that industry, I realized maybe I should do something different. But and then I end up in entrepreneurship. So that's my background so far. Yeah.
Wow, look at that journey of an entrepreneur, right? So now that leads to my next question, Subrat, that what made you look into entrepreneurship? Why did you choose the journey of an entrepreneur?
Thank you, Baba. That's a great question. I get asked this question a lot. I wanted to be an entrepreneur because when I was working at a job, I realized I'm not really, changing any lives or making a difference in other people's lives. That made me think, what is something different that I can do? Grab an opportunity where I can really think of something different out of the box. So working long hours, having no family time, pretty much living paycheck to paycheck and in debt, I realized that's not something that I want to do rest of my life. And I asked myself, if I continue doing this, what's going to happen? So that's when it made me take a decision that let me go into entrepreneurship. I wanted to learn something new, changing others' lives, and making a difference in other people's lives. So now I have all the time and freedom that I was looking for, which I didn't have at a job in my past career and so on. Now I have those time and freedom that I was looking for. Wow,
look at that, eh? So that leads to my next question. Subrat, like now you and Shree, you both are a powerful couple. You guys are building a business in financial services over 3 years.
Yeah.
But I would like to ask a question to Shree that what are your roles as a couple? Like what are your contributions?
Thank you so much for this amazing question, Bappa. So I am from India. I come from a very humble background. My father is a civil engineer and my mom is a homemaker. I have a younger brother. Back in India, I always wanted to do something big. I had all these big dreams, but then I come from a small town, so there is not much opportunities for women. They always try to control what a woman do and what not, right? And then I pursue my career in management, and I went out to big cities. Then my dreams and visions got stretched. I never knew that I'll come here to Canada, but then life happens, right? It's for a good reason that I met with Subrat. We got married and I moved to Canada. That I'm all open up for all these opportunities and all those big dreams that I had. Now I have the chance and platform, and I have a supportive partner who supports me to do anything. And that's how, like, when we got this opportunity for a business, this is it. This is what we always wanted to do. So why not, right? So that's about my big background. And coming back to your question, that what is my role as a partner, that the first and foremost most important thing for me, that you truly have to like and respect your partner, like whoever you are married to. And that there are three most important things that I truly believe, not only in business but also in life, will help you as a couple. The first one is communication. You have to communicate with true honesty, and you have to communicate, you have to keep everything transparent. There is no hidden things, because life is hard. Entrepreneurship is even harder, and you have to communicate that why you are doing what you are doing and where you want to lead as a partner, right? The second thing is trust. Trust is the most important thing, I would say, because the first and only thing your partner expects from you is trust on why. And there are so many adversities and so many challenges out there. So when he or she comes back home, you don't want to doubt that why you are doing it, you are not succeeding and all those things. You want to show that you truly believe what your partner is doing that. And the third thing is having the same vision and same goals about what you want in your life, and that will lead you to a long way. So at the end, I want to say that what power couple mean, that they empower each other and they support each other to grow in their own lines. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Look at that. They say that success leaves clues, and look at that, how this powerful couple, like, it's not only just the respect but also trust, and like, helping each other in the business and also in life, right? Whew, that's amazing. So that leads to my next questions to Subrat. Subrat, I would really like to know, and also all the viewers would like to know, that what are those some qualities that you feel in order to become a successful entrepreneur? What are those qualities a successful entrepreneur should have? Thank you.
That's a great question, Bappa. I feel that every entrepreneur should have that burning desire to do something different in their lives, and because if they don't have that desire, it is very hard for them to move forward and do something different. Second thing I would add is there have to be a self-motivator, because end of the day you can hear all these inspirational messages and be motivated and so on, but if you're not a self-motivator, self-starter, then there's no way that you can move forward. I would say third thing is flexibility. And adapt to changes as well, because there will be a lot of changes and on your way, and you have to be flexible and adapt to all those to fit into that category and so on. Another thing on this is they need to be mentally tough. Mental toughness is one of my favorite, because if you're not mentally tough, it is very easy for you to give up, right? So you need to be mentally tough to face those rejections, to face those challenges, to face those adversities and obstacles that's gonna come on your way. Last thing I would say, I think they should be growth oriented rather than just be goal oriented. Because if you're just a goal oriented, you can simply achieve a goal, probably going to slow down, and there is a limit to it. But if you're a growth oriented, growth is endless, right? So you can always grow yourself and to fit into that category. So I think these are the entrepreneurship or any entrepreneur's ideal features that they should have.
Wow, that's great. Like, I took the notes that burning desire, self motivations, flexibility attitude, and also growth oriented. Wow, that's great. So Subrat, tell me something that a lot of people already have those, or in the verse of getting those burning desire, self motivations, and all those stuff. But beside having this, why do you feel that most people still don't succeed in the business? Like, what are those X factors to win the business?
That's a great question, Bapa. I would say that people give up too soon without understanding the process. That is, most people do, and that is very hard for them to kind of move forward and without understanding the process. Second thing I would say, most people they don't live their life; they just accept their life the way it is. What happens by doing that? Simply you have to. You can't just accept the life as it is, but you have to have a growth mindset to do something different, in your lives and so on.
Great.
Yeah. So those are the things about.
That's great. And they say that, listen to this, everybody. They say that, like, most people, they fail to plan, but not plan to fail, right? That leads to my next questions. Thank you so much for your time again. If someone is starting a business today, like you guys have already started like almost 3 years ago, like what would be those nuggets that if someone have to start a business today, what are the things they should expect?
That's a great question, Bapa. I think they should expect to fail in a sense at the beginning. Why would I say that? Because there will be a lot of things that would come on their way, and they can't just give up, right? So I would say they should expect to fail, and most importantly, they should really expect that the price for success has to be paid in full and in advance. Because you can't just think about, okay, this happened, that happened, got some rejections and no's and so on. But and to add on to that, you will have some extra hours that you're putting in, even though you're not benefiting out of it. But it is, end of the day, it is an investment. So you have to consider that time and energy as an investment. So that those are the price that staying up late, whatever that is, having less family time at the beginning and so on. So yeah, those are the prices that you got to pay, and it has to be paid in advance.
That's great, Subrat. And expect to fail. A lot of people they see that they want or they expect overnight success. But as you mentioned, if you expect to fail, then there is more towards more rewarding at the end of your to the journey. So now that leads to my next question, Subrat. That you have started this business almost 3 years ago. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What's your vision?
That's a great question, Bapa. I always get excited when I hear this question and able to share my vision, where I'm heading and so on. Basically, if you look at my professional goal, I want to have 50 million revenue that I want to generate in my business, and open multiple locations, and I want to have at least 10 more distribution channels open across North America, Canada, and the United States. That's my goal. If you look at personal side, yes, Shree and I, we want to have a great family. We want to have kids and all, and we want to have a dream house. Most importantly, our why is our parents. So we want to take our parents to the world tour, and we want to bring them here, giving them a great life, and that's what I'm most excited about. So those are our plans for next 5 years, Papa.
That's great, Subrat. How about you, Shree? What's your goals? Where do you use yourself from now till 5 years?
So thank you for this, Papa. I have a lot of dreams that I want to achieve, and I'm sure that if we go on the same path, we definitely will achieve. As Subrat mentioned, that we will like to have a beautiful family, and then we will like to have our own house and take our parents for a world tour. Apart from that, I want to start my own luxury spa and my own skincare brand. You never know, but you need a lot of money for that. And where do you get that money? You work hard now, and then you start your multiple source of income from different businesses. So that's what I want to do for myself.
Wow, wow. I'm super fired up right now. Like, look at those vision, everybody. They say that visualization is a realization, right? And also, I would like to request Shree as well, if you can add something into this. Like, do you have anything like closing remarks?
Sure. Thank you so much, Papa, again for this amazing question. I would say that there has to be one person who is the face of your business. A lot of time as a spouse, you don't get all those credits and all those appreciation that you deserve, because there is a lot of sacrifices that is involved in this business, because this is a business for both of us. But then you have to think that we are a team, and when he wins then I win, at the same time when I win he wins, right? So that, don't be afraid to dream big, just go for it and play as a team. And then I will say that they say your life is all about the opportunities, even if the ones you missed. Thank you.
That's great, Sri. And Subrat, would you like to add something as well?
Yeah, definitely. My message is always never give up, basically. Because in life, let's say you want to do something different in their life, other than your 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, right? In this process, you will see that a lot of obstacle will come, and people will try to stop you and so on. But if you have, that's why you have to build that mentality of being strong, and no matter what happens, I'm going to do it, right? So that never giving mentality, or never give up attitude, that has to be there. I always say, life is like a soccer game, because you have a goal that you want to hit, and you take your ball to there, and you keep going for it, and then by the time you go to your goal, a lot of people in between try to stop you, right, to hit that goal. So what happens? People will stop you. People will, like challenge you and so on. But you gotta just go and keep going, and then hit the goal at the end. And that's when you're gonna get that satisfaction. Okay, I didn't give up, so I deserve this.
So, Subrat and Sri, thank you so much for taking your valuable time,
Thank
to
you.
be honest. And thank you for sharing all the great nuggets with us. To be honest. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And all the viewers, I'll tell you, if you really want to, if you're starting a business or wherever you are in life, like if you want to follow the journey of a legacy builder, please stay tuned. And also at the same time, please follow Subrat and Sri in their Instagram, which will be on the screen. And also stay tuned for the next episode of Legacy Builder, a journey of a legacy builder. Till then, thank you so much.